welcome to Ceazor Snack Sandwich. Today I'm going to be taking a quick look at grass. Now this is a pretty quick video. It doesn't need a lot of explaining, but today I'm going to talk about it because I did read through all the articles and stuff like that, and I think it's worth sharing. This thing came to me across somebody, I'm not sure who. Someone put it into my shill list. So if you have a protocol or some sort of cryptocurrency thing that you want me to take a look at and perhaps make a video, you can just come here. The link for this is in the description or in my profile and stuff like that. And you can just put your project in here and then I'll read it and maybe make a video. Now, as always, my videos are free. It's not a paid type thing. Just go ahead and do that if you want. Okay, so grass. What is grass? It's pretty interesting. Basically, what the idea here is that they're going to pay you to sell your unused bandwidth. Okay, now it's a protocol built by this Wind network. Okay, if you come down here, you can see it's by this Wind network, powered by Wind network or Wind. And there's not a whole lot of information about Wind, and the Twitter only has like 4,000 subscribers. It's only since like 2020, and only 49 posts. So it's pretty new in that sense, but that doesn't mean it's bad, right? It's just, do a little bit more due diligence. How this thing kind of works is you have to download an extension for your browser. In this case, it's currently Chrome, but in the future there will be like for Android phones and Mac phones probably. And then you download this into your thing, and it just starts selling your unused bandwidth. Okay. Now, yeah, so it did get through the Chrome Web Store. So security level of this, I know it's not incredibly, it's not, they do filter some products in here. So, there's some level of security here, but I wouldn't put all my money on something just because it showed up in the Chrome Web Store, but that kind of gives you a little more security or a little bit more comfort in the security of the product. So I would suggest you to, of course, read through the docs. You can read through how things work. I've read through all of these docs, but if you really want to know how things work, I would definitely go to the web article, these Medium articles. They spend a lot of time going through how this thing works and why you could use it and how it's monetizing what it's monetizing. So let's go through a few things that I've highlighted and some key things, okay? So it says here, as we've learned in the intro post, the point of grass is to sell unused internet bandwidth to companies and academic institutions. So you have, so you're using your internet, and some of your bandwidth you're not using because you're not downloading videos or music, or maybe you're sleeping, maybe your computer is still on, but you're not actually using it, right? So it's going to sell that bandwidth to other protocols, or to other companies, like companies and academic institutions that want to use that extra bandwidth. Now, there's this article explains it quite well, and how like AI wants to use your bandwidth. So the idea is that they will take a look at the internet through your IP address. Now, they're not going to like monitor the stuff that's you're doing. They're not looking at the websites you're trafficking or your passwords or anything like that. They're just going to use your IP to look at the internet through your IP window, so to speak, so that they can see, are things like ads coming up in the right places for the people in this area, or things like that. This article here explains a lot about how AI is using it. So AI needs to like see a lot of things through a lot of different, to build the AI models and to build the AI brain, so to speak. So by logging on from a large number of locations, these organizers can obtain accurate statistics and research data that they need for their work. So that pretty much covers that. So as you turn on this app, so I do have this app running, so I'm kind of testing it out as well. So as you have this extension running, it's basically selling off some of your things, and you're earning some grass points, right? So as you earn these grass points, they will be monetized in the future. So if we come down here, it says grass points will soon be redeemable, and you'll get paid out on PayPal, in cryptocurrencies or in virtual gift cards. So you can think of it more like, like a missed play type thing where, you get these points, and these points they're not ERC20 tokens that you have to sell on Uniswap or something like this. It's more like, you're just getting some points, and then you can go, oh, I want to use those points to buy some ETH or buy some virtual cards or buy some PayPal. So it's kind of a little more centralized than like a DeFi protocol, but at least, it's still kind of interesting, okay? Now, to say 100% of Grass revenues gets distributed to the network. So that's great. So it's not a for-profit company that's kind of sharing a little bit. It's just a decentralized DAO product. So, everyone who has Grass points will be able to redeem those Grass points for the money that they're getting paid by these institutions that want to borrow your bandwidth, and so to speak. Okay. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is there is this referral program. So I'm going to take advantage of it, but it's kind of like a network marketing type referral program. Where if I refer you and you use my link, right, then I'm going to get a 20% commission of whatever you refer, and you refer to some people, I get 10% of them, and I get 20% of you, and stuff like this. So as you're using it and you're earning points, then I'm going to earn some more points and so forth. Now, I'm not saying this is going to revolutionize cryptocurrency, or this is not a huge product that I would, put tons of money and time and effort into, but it's pretty passive. Like, you just put this thing on, and it starts collecting points. Now, I'm already collecting some points, and we'll see how they work. The points might actually never get redeemable for anything useful. I have no idea, but I think it's kind of worth giving it a go, and put it on and forget about it, and then maybe in a little while you look up and you go, oh, what's this Grass thing? Let me see my points, and you can go check, and maybe by that time they will have some way to monetize those points and allow you to spend them in some ways that are actually useful. Okay, so it's very, very beta right now, but I think it might be a good time to get in early, because those points might actually come to fruition, and they might be workable and stuff like that. And the more people that are here, and the more bandwidth that is getting put out, then the bigger the deals they can make, right? So the more bandwidth they can sell, then they can sell that large chunks of bandwidth to these large companies. So anyhow, do some due diligence. I would highly suggest you to read these 3 articles. They really talk a lot about, like, is it safe? Like, why is it safe and not is it safe? And they use this metaphor of, like, you're renting out your parking space in front of your house. So, but they don't know what's going on inside your house. So anyone can come here and park when you're not at home, when you're not there, but they can't get into your house, so they can't see what's inside. So I kind of like this metaphor. I kind of like this way of looking at this. But anyhow, so do some due diligence. Think about it. I'm not saying this thing is super safe, and I don't know who this Wine Network. And I did go into the Discord. I asked some questions. I got a little bit of answers, and I don't recognize anyone inside the Discord either. So to do some due diligence, double check what you want to do, and that's it. So I hope this has been useful and interesting, and thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. If you would like to support the channel, I would suggest you to check out thesecretsandwich.xyz. It's the Secret Sandwich NFT project. You can come here, you can mint an NFT, or you can come and check out your NFTs.